So guys, I'm going to start with my usual opener here. I'm going to use Enrage and a Shout to make sure I generate 30 rage, and then I'm going to use Shattering on the pull because it's tough to find other times to use it as a tank oftentimes. Alright, everyone's ready.
Which ult do you take, or is it just situational?
I mean, it's kind of situational, but I like the damage. I don't like the
Yeah, just sack me if that's the case. I'm reading
Got it.
Like,
Right,
when you
right,
normally
also
call
good.
it on your warrior is fine, but
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I want to make sure that I pull the boss with really, honestly, about 0.5 seconds left on my timer, because if one of the DPS get the stack instead of me, there's a good chance that it's going to end up in a wipe. Because, well, maybe not now because I overgear it, but it's a good chance that before it ends up in a wipe because you don't have enough DPS to kill the ad. The boss is about to enrage, so I want to make sure I have block. However, I was using my block earlier for damage, so I'm going to barrier spam in the meantime. And also, he's about to apply his third stack, so I want to make sure I have a barrier for that. There it is. So I absorb. Ad comes down. I'm going to move the ad out of the raid to make sure that it's out of healing range from the boss. As soon as it's out of healing range of the boss, I'm going to pop my avatar to make sure I get max uptime damage on the shredder with it. Make sure I stack those 3 stunders right away. And then I'm going to get some shield block, shield slams in right away. I'm going to heal too because nobody's healing me. And I'm going to move out of here, make sure that I have a shield slam available with a block for when I leap back in. And I'm also going to Dragon's Roar at that point, just to get max damage during that down period and wreck the ad as quickly as possible. So there we go, the ad is dead. Now I'm going to move back in. Taunting boss. 3, 2, 1, taunting. So when I taunt the boss, it's very important that I have enough rage to use block right away, especially because the boss was frenzied. There's a good chance he would kill me or proc my cloak. He's also about to apply the 4th stack, so I need to make sure that I have the barrier open, which I did. So I absorbed that with a barrier, no problem. He's currently throwing a Saw Blade. There's absolutely no point in me using my block. Now that he's done, I use my block, because if I use my block while he's tossing the Saw Blade, I got the Shredder. Go ahead and PS. So now there I call for a PS, and I use an Absorb too. I want to make sure I survive that 5th stack, because I'm going to need my shield wall for the 6th stack. After that stack, Laryl taunts the boss off me, and I grab the Shredder. I dip it in the fire to make sure I get maximum damage on it, death from above. During this death from above, I'm going to move out like I did before, and I'm going to leap in and make sure that I have a shield block, shield slam combo ready for it right away. So there's the landing. I'm going to kill it right away. And then as soon as that happens, I look down and I make sure Laryl's got his 3rd stack, taunting boss. And I taunt. I have about 5 seconds until the boss is going to do his 6th stack on me. So I'm going to pop my shield wall. There we go. So I pop my shield wall and my demo shout. It's more than enough to handle the amount of damage that the 6th stack gives. You can even use barrier on top of that just to make sure you don't die no matter what. And right now I'm just trying to maintain my block uptime as much as possible. So the boss is back on Laryl. He's about to... Laryl's going to get the next 4 stacks from the boss because monks have trouble with burst damage. So the next ad will be purely my responsibility while Laryl tanks the boss. I wait for the Saw Blades to go through, and then I'm going to move the ad over to purple because this is where the new mines spawn. Make sure that I keep my block up at all times. However, I have a gap currently in rotation, so I'm going to use barrier instead. It's also important that I have a charge of block for when the ad lands so that I can crit it. Oh, it's going to die anyway. So I killed the ad anyway without needing to burst it down from the death from above. So Laryl's about to eat his 6th stack, so I'm going to SG him just for the extra damage mitigation to make sure I don't die. If Laryl dies here, there's a good chance this will be a wipe, because I'm about to lose my stacks, and then we'll lose the active stacks on Laryl, meaning that we won't be able to kill any of the Shredders, and they'll slowly kill the raid. SG is also a nice way to maintain my vengeance in the meantime, make sure that I'm actually contributing to the boss. So I have 1 second left on my vengeance timer, and it just fell off. He's about to get a 7th stack, though, and it's my turn to tank, taunting. So he just got his 7th stack, now it's my turn to tank, so I grab the boss and move it over to the new position. This Shredder is basically... They're up. I was just asked to pop my CDs, so I did. The boss is about to frenzy. I really want to make sure that I have block stacks for that. So he's about to frenzy here. Once he does, I'm going to pop the block that I have there. So there's the frenzy. I pop block. I shouldn't have popped block, actually, because now he's doing his blade. So I just wasted about 3 seconds of active mitigation with it. To supplement, I'm going to use my barrier, and I'm going to use... and I used barrier and demo shout as well. I'm going to take the first 4 stacks, and then the next shredder that spawns is going to be my responsibility. So now that he tossed that blade out, I use my block. I don't have another charge of block, so I'm going to use barrier, and I'm going to make sure I have 60 rage for barrier for the next application, which is there. and I'm also going to take the 4th application. I'm not going to have Demo Shout for the 4th application, but a well-timed barrier would be more than enough, and I won't need that 20% damage reduction on top of it. However, here it is important that I get my block up and maintain it, because he's frenzied, and he's doing a lot of damage. So there's the 4th stack. I grab the Shredder, I move out of the raid as quickly as I can, and make sure the Shredder follows, and that I dip it in the fire over here as soon as it follows me. I'm going to pop my Avatar to get max uptime out of it, and I'm going to just go ham on this Shredder. Third pulse coming in about 5 seconds.
Like 50 seconds, 40 seconds.
So I make sure that I have a Shield Slam, Shield Block combo available, which I do. I'm going to leap. I'm going to charge back in because I used leap earlier to move out, and I'm going to Dragon's Roar and Shield... Oh, killed it. If that didn't die, then I would have Shield Block, Shield Slam combo right after, no problem. Laryl's going to get a 2nd stack here. There it is. Now that I'm back in, I make sure I have Rage before I taunt the boss. There we go, I have 60 Rage, taunting boss. I taunt the boss and get my block up right away, and after that it's just Gen Rage. Make sure I get the block up again. So now I'm currently out of block stacks, so the next thing I do... Siri, go ahead and PS me. So I'm about to take the 5th stack here right now. There it is. I make sure I call for PS, and I use my barrier as well.
Good.
Wow, that was like a record kill on that boss.
By 37, 9 seconds.
You're welcome. Go team.
Anyway, we killed that boss like about a minute faster than we usually do. But that's Blackfuse on a warrior.
Yeah, congrats to everyone.
Hey,
On the close.
oh shit.
Oh man.
Antoine moved to the back Cave LC chambers. Turkey moved to the back Cave LC chambers. Luconius moved to the back
Things on that boss to note, guys. If you're curious about my rotation for Spark Soaking, it's basically the first 2 are not dangerous. 3rd one, Barrier. 4th one is Demo Shout, Barrier. The 5th one is Last Stand and an External and Barrier. And the last one is Shield Wall, Demo Shout, Barrier. And that allows me to survive no problem. If you get an emergency, you need to take a 7th Barrier. And you might even, if you have enough Vengeance, Barrier might be enough to absorb without proccing Cloak, but then you always have your Cloak as a backup too.